from there, I kind of took a turn and went into a different type of life. Yeah, where I was making tons of money, because I'm a go-getter,
right?
Period. I want to sell something.
Right.
So if it didn't make dollars, it didn't make sense
Absolutely.
for me.
People can give you the game, but are you listening?
Where your library card at? You can't get into the club if you ain't got your library card.
Man, I'm just trying to find somebody that'll change my life.
I'm like, what? Who's this individual? What happens, and are you prepared for this?
This is the new Master P right here, brother.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
go ahead.
Master P, yeah. I don't know why we have in our mind that it's a shortage of bread. It's so much bread out here.
Do not confuse activity with achievement. And some people are okay with running hard and going nowhere fast.
And if they spend $100 a year with you, you're damn near at a quarter of a year.
Man, this is the great revolution, baby.
It'll be people still looking for dinosaur bones, and the damn flying saucers that landed.
And the Jetsons just landed
in your front yard,
That's
actually.
for real. Yeah.
They pulled up in a Tesla.
This is the time to fill your basket up. There's no magic wands. There's no black magic.
$80 man with the suitcase around the corner. You're looking
No.
for him. I'm looking for him.
I would like to leave.
All right, man, I am super excited. As you can see the cheese on my face, man, for the first Patchwerk Radio Spotlight interview that we have of the year. And I'm sitting down with a longtime client of ours, Oakdale Boonce. Welcome to the show, my brother.
I appreciate you, man. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be here at Patchwerk.
Indeed, indeed. And as I said, man, this is part of a new series that we got coming out for, like I said, clients of ours that are doing amazing things. And it's more than just music. Again, business, entrepreneurship, and those who are just creating a way in a new avenue. As I just told you outside, it's a new generation that we're stepping into, and they need these gems, these jewels. And when you reached out and said you was interested in doing something with us, and when we got your bio, again, being that you're a longtime client of ours, it was cool to see a lot of your history, which we're going to get into during this conversation. So I'm super excited to have you here today, man.
Me too. Me as well.
Yes, sir. Again, you hail from Grand Rapids, Michigan. You come from an area where, again, there's a lot of talent that's come out the Midwest, as I just told you earlier. A lot of our clientele actually come from the Midwest, but you came about in a era where hip hop really had just started, man. So I want you to just talk about like what that was like for you, just experiencing hip hop and how that was able to like shape your mind into, you know, becoming the entrepreneur that you are today.
For me, it started, I was fairly young. A cousin of mine who I co-founded Heavy Game Biz with, Bug Ski, he really brought that about to me.
Okay.
And I've always been a good writer. Period. You know what I mean? My imagination, everything was always good. So we would do, local talent shows. And then from there, I kind of took a turn and went into a different type of life.
Okay.
Yeah, where I was making tons of money.
Hey.
And things of that nature. So I kind of left that alone. And during that time, Bug Ski kind of came to me and said, hey, man, we should start a record label. At the time, I wasn't trying to hear it because I was too far gone.
Right.
Later on, after experiencing a tragedy in my life, I left that life, and that idea was brought back about. And that's when I took interest in it.
And was that still Bug Ski that kind of brought that back to you? Or?
It was Bug Ski. He kept pushing that narrative
That's
all
dope.
the time. He was like, he was trying to show me the math. Like, we could buy CDs for this amount, because I'm a go-getter.
Right.
Period. I want to sell something.
Right.
So he said, man, we can buy CDs for this amount, and then we can sell them for this amount. And this, he broke it all down to me. I still didn't kind of buy into it. What really sold me, I saw Master P and his family, his wife, on the front of, I think it was The Source.
Okay.
And they said Master P had just knocked down 300 million. And that's when I said, as far as the business of music, as far as hustling it. First, we were just doing it just, ciphers. We go, like I say, talent shows. But when I saw that it was that much music being made, money being made in music, that's what set off the light in my head.
And for what you just said, that was like your first realization of saying, okay, there's actually some real money in this. Right. When you talked about like ciphers and showcases, because again, I tell the marketing team that today, like, man, to try to bring these back today is totally different than what it was before. So talk to me about, even when you went to those type of events, like what was the atmosphere? What was the energy like going to, I guess, again, an open mic or a showcase? Like, what was the reasoning? If you weren't the artist, why would you go to a showcase or something of that sort? Like, what were you going there for? Was it entertainment, or was it to meet the girls? What was it?
It was the place to be back then. A talent show, Ottawa Hills talent show. Man, they had so many talent shows throughout the city, and it was just a place to be. And we had dope talent in Grand Rapids. It was a lot of dope talent. And at that time, you couldn't tell me that I wasn't Rev Run. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was Run from Run DMC at that point.
Let me ask you something with those showcases. Was there like, again, was it like a cash prize? What was the incentive for the artist to actually perform? Or was there somebody recognition there? Like, what was...
Yeah, you get the recognition, the accolades. Some had cash prizes, like the Job Corp talent show. Like I said, there was a number of talent shows, and it was just a place to be. It was just a live time. And for the Ottawa Hills, me being so young, you had to win. I came in second place a couple of times. I never took first to go to the night, because then you could go perform at night. But I was just such a young shorty that I never made it to go to the night. And to this day, I still say I got cheated. Me and Sean Howard got cheated that day.
When you talk about that time, was that high school? Was that post high school for you?
Oh yeah, that was before high school. That had to be around 6th, 7th grade.
Okay, wow.
6th, 7th grade. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, around that area.
As a youth, seeing these things, I guess, like reading the publication, what you said, man, you seen Master P getting the money. Was that you saying like, okay, I just went and bought a Source magazine? Or how did you even find out about the publications? Because again, I'm just trying to enlighten the youth about how we getting this information today. So like, how did that come across to you?
Well, I would credit Bug Ski for that, because he planted the seed in my head. And I just like you say, I just happened to see the magazine at a store.
Okay.
And I picked it up to take it home to read it. And then after that, that's how I got hooked on reading these publications. Then came along with a Dame Dash on the front of a cover. And I just kept seeing these brothers on the front of these covers with crazy numbers.
Yeah.
And it took my interest. I was like, wow, because I was responsible for a lot of people from a young age.
Okay.
So if it didn't make dollars, it didn't make sense for me, because too many people was depending on me.
Right.
So when I saw that, I was like, damn, I can change our lives with this without jeopardizing my freedom.
Okay. You made mention of it briefly, but how did that transcend to finding heavygame.biz?
Well, Heavy Game is a long time saying in my family.
Okay.
You know, because like I say, I come from uncles and things that were a part of the underworld.
Right.
The organized underworld, and Heavy Game was just something that we use all. So we just kept that alive. Bug Ski and myself, we kept that alive. We always referred to ourselves as not being rap, not being hip hop, but we're game.
Okay.
So when you log on to heavygame.biz and go through the catalog, you'll get nothing but game.
And so to be clear, heavygame.biz is a website that people can go and view. And so when they go on this site, what will they find?
They'll find a blog with recent news articles, business articles, immense music catalog that they could stream for free. No information, no sign up, credit cards required. They can go in there and just listen. If there's anything that they like, there's an option to download. Or if they already have a existing title or whatever, they can go right from our website to there with that same song and download it to their device.
Gotcha. So when you said like finding articles and news, is the news more centered towards what's going on like out there in Michigan or the Midwest, or is it more universal? Like is music is happening on a national level? Like, talk to me about exactly what type of news information that they would find on the site.
They'll find a majority news of things that's going on with our brands, our network, our economy. But we do throw in other things that we think that are important. Like recently, I just learned that vinyl just made over $1 billion in revenue in 2025.
Oh yeah, it's up.
So those kind of things we'll share.
Gotcha.
You know, yeah.
Game. Yeah. I'm giving you the game.
Yeah.
Understand. So like where I go with it is because again, we live in this time where a lot of information is very niche. Like there's an audience for everything that you can imagine. So when you say that, okay, we put news and things about our brand, it's going to captivate a certain audience to want to kind of dive deeper into what you got going on. So that's why I was like just trying to understand the mindset of the type of content you're creating. But again, you a G, so you smart enough to realize that you can cater to a wide range of audience and not necessarily put an age range on it. It's about if you like the lifestyle, the culture, then maybe this is something for you, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. So let's talk a little bit more into the business empire that you have. Talk to us about Go Realla Grind? Is Go Realla Grind?
Go Realla Grind is a lifestyle brand.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Go Realla Grind, again, all this stuff is predated stuff from my family. That's the culture I come up in. I come up in a go-getter culture. Uncles, older cousins, and grind is something that we always referred to way back in the early, late 80s, early 90s. You were grinding. So, and then I had a cousin who referred to the streets as a concrete jungle, and he would always say, refer to us as gorillas.
Right.
But we just changed the spelling of them. Instead of the animal, we went Go Real.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of what you're saying seems like it's really based upon the family. And man, that's super important, having that structure. How important was your family in growing up and, again, teaching you, again, the game, man? Because I'm hearing you reference the family a lot. And again, a lot of people today, they're getting information from the internet and from random places. But a lot of what you keep saying is at the core was people that's in your bloodline. Talk about how important that was to the person that you are today, as far as like family structure and things of that sort.
Oh man, it's everything. I can't thank them enough, man. All my OGs.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I thank God that I was able to take it in and soak up the game that they were giving
that part
to me.
Too. Because again, people can give you the game, but are you listening?
Yeah. So like I had an uncle, and I speak to him a lot. As a matter of fact, I wrote a book, and you will learn about him in the book. My Uncle Shane, he was a genius, man. You know what I mean? My uncles were like street scholars. Like they were in the street, but they were book read. You know what I'm saying? Well-read men.
Yes.
Which, again, influenced me to read and learn. Even self-taught men. Like my uncle would always, and I talk like him, he would always talk about the public library. He said, anything that's public access, you should be using it.
Message.
Yeah, so all the public library, all this stuff, like even though that we're in a day of load information being thrown at us, you should take at least a few days or at least a day out your week to go to, if you're in music, whatever you in, man, go to the library and research that business at the library. That's where the concrete information is.
Man, I'm sure a lot of people don't even know where the library is located in their city. My goodness, that's right. Boy,
you're slacking if you don't have a library card.
They talking about credit cards, black cards. Where your library card at? You can't get into the club if you ain't got your library card. Right. Yeah, we need to bring that back.
And that came from a top tier gangster.
Yeah,
gave me that information.
Yeah. You talk about reading, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, so I'm gonna go back to again what you have with the Go Realla Grind. So, is it an apparel company?
Yeah,
right.
Kind of got off of that.
It's all good. We back.
Yeah. It's more than apparel. It's a lifestyle brand.
Yes.
We have cigars, coffee, attire. We have all types of things pertaining to Go Realla Grind. But it's a lifestyle brand that's been received well. Like I say, I'm grateful, man. It does very well. And with all the I call them cheat codes today, man, because with all the metrics and all the data and all this stuff that's readily available at your fingertips that you could use to move you forward, man, the fruit hangs low today.
Right.
If you're willing to put that muscle behind
that
it.
part.
But if you're sitting around waiting on somebody to come to you or offer you something, good luck.
I don't want to go on a rant like I'm known to do in the office. They'll tell you behind this camera. They know me. A lot of people call our office every day and be like, man, I'm just trying to find somebody that'll change my life. I'm like, what? Who's this individual? What are you looking for, sir? I'm looking for the $1 million man. I was like, well, can you identify when you meet this individual what happens, and are you prepared for this? So, that's almost a running joke in the office, but man, the things that you're saying is so true. And I just peeped what you got on. So is this one of the polos that you got on? Got to see the logo. That's what I'm looking like. Yeah. Here we go.
This is a piece, and it's just a badge of prosperity, man. When you don't have to say nothing when you step in with this on, that you're a concrete elite. You really get into it.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
So again, you actually have published the book, the Book of Boonce, which was released in 2024.
Yes.
Talk to us about it, because from what I'm reading and understand, like the hardcover sold out.
Yeah. There was only a few of those produced. Yeah, and they sold out. We retailed them, I think, for like $125 a piece, and they sold out. See, a lot of people where I'm from, the dirt that I'm from, they know who I am.
Right.
And they know me.
That matters.
So they were interested in the story. the book came about because we have a movie, actually, Stone for Stone.
We sitting here with this is the new Master P right here, brother. Okay, go ahead.
Master P, yeah.
Go
but
ahead.
it hasn't been released yet. Like, I'm the voice in the face that people see all the time for heavygame.biz, Realla Grind.
Right.
But I take the credit, but I have a mean team behind me, great advisors and everything. And as of right now, I've been advised to sit on the movie, which is titled Stone for Stone, and it's based on the Book of Boonce. But we do have a series coming out, and that's called Yo Move.
Okay.
And that's going to be a series, it's a really good, interesting series. And that'll be dropping soon.
One thing I want you to highlight, Boonce, is you made mention just now, like, I got a great team. And as I said, man, this, for what we're doing, even with this interview, for many people that may see it, is talking about the importance of having structure and building an organization and having a team. And the team don't have to be 10, 20 people. It might be one or two other people that help you get things done. So what was that like when you was building your team, or what was the things that you were looking for to find these individuals, you know what I'm saying, to bring that to life?
The team is, and I'm thankful majority of mine is family, but it's like that individual, before you say it, they're doing it.
That part, yeah.
You know, you don't have to say, man, can you get those? Or you just look up and it's getting done.
They own it.
Yeah. And then to go back to I want to piggyback off of what you said earlier about, I'm looking for the $1 million man.
Yeah.
The way to get their attention is put the work in. You put enough work in, that $1 million person gonna look down. They're looking for you. Who is that over there?
It's not rocket science, folks.
Nope,
it's not rocket science.
Because there's a
Gotta
ton
do the work.
of money and capital available. I'm talking about there's tons of people that want to invest in something, man.
Right.
I don't know why we have in our mind that it's a shortage of bread. It's so much bread out here and people looking to invest, but you have to bring the noise. You have to bring that muscle, that gorilla grind with you. Yep. So, yeah, they can put you in the studio. They can send you up to Patchwerk. They can do all that for you. What are you going to do?
As I say often, do not confuse activity with achievements. Those are two different things. And some people are okay with running hard and going nowhere fast. Hey, but you got a choice to make in life. That's all I can say to you, man. You feel me? Hey, it's real game going on here during this spotlight interview, man. Even with the book, though, like, who were your influences to even get you to that point where you like, okay, I'm ready to, like, put this down? Like, who were your influences that helped you decide that this is what you was going to do as far as writing those books?
That came from inside of me.
Okay.
Yeah, like I say, I had wrote the script to the movie, and I kept, you editing, you keep reading it over. I said, damn, this is a book.
This is not Chat GPT, folks. This is not Claude. This is not any of these AI applications you're using today. He did this all from his dome.
And that's the best way.
Go ahead.
You can,
hallelujah.
Yeah, you can take the shortcut Chat GPT, but I'm a firm believer.
Yes, sir.
That the soul will touch the soul. I mean, you can do it. I'm not knocking it, but for me, I still don't believe that you would ever be able to take away the soul or the spirit of
Absolutely.
man. So yeah, I'm reading. I said, damn, it's a book. And then someone said, man, and I wasn't thinking. Somebody said, hey, man, that's what they do. They write the book first,
right?
And then they put the movie out. I said, well, damn, well, let's do the book, and that's just volume 1. There is a volume 2 to follow. So we're just kind of pacing ourselves and keeping an eye on the data, on the numbers, on when it'll be the right time to release the movie.
Gotcha. So how, from writing the book to even, like I said, you being the CEO of your company, what aspects of the music industry specifically, being a CEO of your label, were you able to transfer over to the book publishing that would cause you to do the crossover? Like, how were you able to fuse those worlds?
One, I like I say, I'm just a go-getter,
right,
to my core. So I like to hustle, but I was able, my son, Poppy Khan, Danky Duckster, my nephew, 742 Kane, Stack Up. They did a soundtrack to the book.
All the artists you just named are also on the label, correct?
Yeah,
okay.
You can find them. They're definitely in the catalog. You
okay.
can find them at heavygame.biz.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Each and every one of those artists. So yeah, I kind of made a matrimony with that, with the soundtrack, with the book. So and it's dope. I'm talking about these guys put that project together, man.
So even for, again, it seems like a lot of stuff you have is very family oriented. Is there a search? Is Heavy Game looking for talent? Is there any openings for the team that's available for others?
Always.
Yeah.
Always opening and a possibility. like I say, I moved, I relocated down here 11 years ago. Been dealing with you guys,
right? Yeah,
quite a few.
yeah, heavy.
I bought a few of them here.
Yep.
On some of their first recordings.
Yep, I've seen it. I've bear witness.
A lot of people don't bring you right here on your first recording.
That's a fact.
So I brought people here on the first recording because I just like to see people win, man.
That part.
It make me feel good, man. And that's why I really like to come up here. This is the hey man, this is the Coliseum, baby.
You feel me?
Yeah. That's
game
why I like
time.
Patchwerk.
It's game time when you come in here.
It's winning. Yeah, this for the winners.
That's a fact. So again, being that like you said, it's 2026. You've been doing this for some time. So what's the resurgence that you've decided like, okay, it's time to pop back out? What was the decision in doing so?
Kind of forced.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? Because my uncle told me once, he said, sometimes you have to get in the sun before you get back in the shade. You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to get out there. Like, even my oldest son would say, man, I never thought I'd see you out
and see
like I am.
How inspiring that is for him to see that.
Yeah.
Because he's looking,
because I'm laid back, I'm reserved.
Yeah.
So, like I say, for me to be the face and the voice of this movement, I'm uncomfortable. I may not look, but I don't like it.
You wear
but
it
I have
good,
to do it.
You wear it good, brother.
I have to do it, man.
Yes, sir.
We have to do what we have to do.
Gotta do it.
You know, you gotta put those Timberlands on, man, with the dickie.
Yeah,
with the hoodie and get back on the block.
Real construction going on.
Yes, sir.
Not just over here on 10th Street, okay? Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
that's
sir.
another story. But man, what you just said is how inspiring that is for the youth to see you doing that. Like, man, if Pops is out here doing, what is my issue? What am I doing? Oh, I gotta go 100 times harder. Yeah. That means something.
Yes, sir. And then, like I said, we all have that DNA. Like my sons, everybody's go-getters, man.
Right.
We bringing something to the table, each and every one of us.
So what's some of the projects that we can look forward to or reintroduce? Because I say this a lot. I think I said this the other day to a lot of folks. I'm like, when it comes to the music, like, I think people get stuck in their head like, oh man, I wrote this or I did this 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Well, there's millions of people who've never heard it.
Absolutely.
And so now with TikTok and all these things in which you can reintroduce the music with putting new content behind it, it gives old music new life. So, talk to me again about what we're going to be seeing in the future as far as content goes, some of the music coming from Heavy Game.
Well, it's a lot coming right now because we had stepped back from the music for a while to focus on the movies and the series. But I have a younger cousin now in Grand Rapids. Now he's going to Joint Air Studio with some music royalty, Deborah Perry, and he's working on some projects. And he stepped away because he got into some legal issues. So he was gone for a minute, but he's back and man, he's laying some fire. I look forward to adding his music to the catalog. Poppy Khan is adding music to the catalog. Danky Duckster.
All right.
And as a matter of fact, they pulled me out and I'm doing the chorus on the joint We the Ones.
Okay. We
the Ones, and it go hard. It's being touched pretty good. You know what I mean? And we're kind of pushing. I like it personally.
Yeah.
So that's why I take that. That's my baby. So I'm pushing that myself.
All right.
Personally, yeah.
And it's kind of like one of those things where I just tell people, especially today, like there's so much music that's being released on a daily basis on DSPs, all these different platforms. So there's so many new ways in which you can introduce your music to an audience that doesn't necessarily have to be on the DSPs. You can sell directly to your own customers. And I think that's the new lane that people are really pushing now, like finding their own super fans and selling directly to them. And the fact that, again, you got apparel, you got books, you have a lifestyle that a person can submerge themselves in. That right there is the great blueprint. And that's why I say I'm glad that you're here with us today to be one of the first to do all these spotlight interviews, because it's like, man, you literally are giving people a blueprint for success. And as you say, the key to it is doing the work and being consistent. I mean, that seems to be the hardest thing for a lot of people.
And when we talk direct to consumer, that's always been our motto. See, I come from the genesis of direct to consumer.
Talk about it.
A guy named Dick DeVos and Van Andel.
Okay.
Amway. That was door to door, hand to hand.
Right.
So that's always been our motto. That's when my cousin broke the CD down. Mathematically, we buy the CDs for this much, and then we can get out in the trunk and flip them for $5.
Right.
At that time, you're making damn near $4.50.
Right.
For each CD sold. Now, like I say, with all these tools readily available for you, man, the data, the software that where you can draw, the email, you keep your email list, you talk with your people, they tell somebody. Then all of a sudden you got, don't really take much, man. You get a crowd of, you get a economy of 2,000 visitors, and not followers, clients that love what you do, man. If they spend $100 a year with you, you're damn near at a quarter of a year, and people could talk that trash.
Yeah.
But the numbers show that everybody not getting that type of money. I could get on here and say, why. No, the statistics show that a small percentage of Americans are making $250,000 a year today.
Hello.
That's a fact.
Hello.
So if you get 2,000 people that's willing to spend, what's that, roughly around $8-something with you per month, you're $250,000 person, and you can feed some people, man.
The key to what you saying, Boonce, is like people just have to change their mind. Like you literally got to change your mind, the way you're thinking, because I get it, the way you may have been taught in school, taught through all these different systems. It's like the game that you're giving, as I said, man, it takes a person to have to recondition how they're living to see that, to understand that hustle, that grind that it actually takes. As I said, it starts with, again, having that idea and having that concept and being consistent every day, man.
You had to be down on it, because you could witness today, like you could see a person, 35,000 followers. How many of those are true clients?
Hey.
And you can catch somebody with 500 followers, and 450 of them are true clients that love them, that spend with them, that we have, like you said, it's a reconditioning of the mind,
right?
Because that propaganda came along. And it got us so good to where people would, I'm even seeing people buy streams now.
Yeah.
I guess that's an ego thing, because
ego, vanity, all those.
I don't get it. I don't get it, but I guess that's just for you to look at or something. But if it's gotten so bad to where, I guess it's always been like that, it's just on a digital level.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother conversation about the smoke and mirrors that's out here. That's why I said, man, this is the great revolution, baby.
Yeah.
What's going on right now, because it's like, man, anybody can come up. That's what I get excited about. And that's why I love this game, because it's like, man, those who are really ready to do the work, man, you will stand above. It'll be the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
And it won't even be close.
Yeah.
It won't even be close.
Yeah, it's a new day. It's a new day. And that's funny that you mentioned that, because we were just talking about it a couple of days ago, and we made the joke like, hey, it'll be people still looking for dinosaur bones, and the damn flying saucers that landed. So they here. And you still trying to see what a dinosaur bone. Yep. So yeah, that's a joke that we have among our family. They still looking for dinosaur bones, man, and the flying saucers are on the ground.
You're out here looking for Fred and Wilma.
Yeah.
And the Jetsons just landed in your front yard. That's actually.
For real. Yep.
They pulled up in the Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah.
Auto drove that thing here.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Oakdale, man. Last words, my brother. As I said, man, you've been a long time client. I've seen you do a lot of work with us, man. And like I said, you got a lot of exciting things coming up. But what's the last message you would like to leave to our audience for today, man?
I would like to leave, invest in yourself. Okay, and when I say invest in yourself, I'm talking about, man, education, man. Invest in your education, man. Invest in data analytics. Learn that stuff, man. Media channels. Hey, man, this information is here for you. If you take the time right now, if you took 12 months right now to buckle down, learn something, even if you're a rapper, singer, I don't care what you are, and come back with a product or service after you learn this and apply that education to your product or your service, man, you'll thank yourself forever. You'll thank yourself forever that you took that time to learn something.
Where can everybody find you online, Oakland? Where can they find you online? Shout out your social media handles.
Okay, all my social channels are Oakdale Boonce. Or you can find me there. And actually, you could just Google Oakdale Boonce. A lot of my information will come up for you. Heavygame.biz, Go Realla Grind. You can Google all those things. The Book of Boonce. I encourage you to read that. There's a lot of game in that, a lot of quotes from my OGs that you could receive some gems in life, for life in general. But yeah, man, that's what I would say. Just start. It's the time now, like you say. This is like the days of Rockefeller and the days of J.P. Morgan and all them guys when America was stripped down. And this is where you can get your feet and get your teeth on something and get your feet in the ground, because these next 36, 48 months, hey man, this is the time to fill your basket up.
Come on.
Yes, sir. This is it. But it's going to take some work. It's going to take some study. It's going to take some time. There's no magic wands. There's no black magic.
$1 million man with the suitcase around the corner. You're looking
No.
for him. I'm looking for him.
No. But I guarantee you, you have someone out there that's waiting for you. You just got to get out there.
And 9 times out of 10, it's somebody you probably always known.
Mm-hmm.
And he was standing right there the whole time.
Yep.
Man, it was a pleasure having you today, my
Oh,
brother.
man.
On the Spotlight Interview Series #1, What Oakland Boonce Today.